Hi there guys. Today I wanted to do a short video on response to a tag that I got from MCQbushcraft, Mike. Mike, thank you very much for that tag. It's quite a tricky one to do actually, as I discovered, but I'll give it a go. First of all, Mike, I kind of want to change the title a bit. I don't feel that I can call myself a woodswoman, just somebody who enjoys the outdoors and many aspects of the outdoors, so I'll call it Goals of an Outdoors Woman. And anyway, and I've been thinking about this a lot, this term goals, and I realise I feel quite uncomfortable about having goals introduced into this aspect of my life. Let me try and explain it. I have always enjoyed the outdoors. Ever since I was a kid, I grew up in the countryside, and I had the freedom to go and make camps and whittle wood and dam streams and fish and learn to hunt. And I've always felt far more at home in the countryside than anywhere else actually. It's extraordinary actually. Whenever I'm outside, I literally de-stress. Everything falls away within minutes, and I don't feel under any time pressures or nothing. I just feel absolutely calm and peaceful. So having said that, the reason I feel uncomfortable about having goals is that to me goals is bringing in a certain sort of pressure. If you have a goal and you set a goal, you're then aiming to achieve it, and it brings and introduces the idea of failure and success, which isn't for me relevant in this aspect of my life. I have enough, like we all do, enough stresses in the modern day living, everyday living, where you have pressures and time pressures and goals and lists, and I want to keep the goals out there, not here. Having said that, I absolutely love learning. I love learning about what's this endless river of knowledge, the outdoors, about bushcrafting skills, about flora and fauna, about hunting aspects. As I say, I love it. I love learning that. So that's something, well, I've just always kind of built on and will continue to build on. There's other things, I suppose, you could be a bit more specific. I could be a bit more specific and say I'd like to experience, for instance, tarp and hammock, sleeping in a hammock under a tarp, because I've always slept in a tent, and that's quite an enclosed environment. So yeah, I'd like to experience that, which I'm pretty sure I will. I'd also like to practice different fire skills, the bow drill, for instance. That would be fun to do. Yeah, so there's things that I like to try out, but they're not goals, they're just, you know, along the path really. So that's it really in terms of my video response to this tag, and sorry it's not a bit more specific really. Anyway, I'd like to tag two other people. I couldn't really think of a third, but one is a guy who's got a channel called Married to Nature, and he does a lot of woodwork in the woods. He is a brilliant carver and he's very knowledgeable, and I'll be interested to hear, you know, if he has any goals. And the second person is, he's got a channel called Mulva Raver. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm really sorry, but I'll put the details below. And he is a woodsman. He earns his living from the woods, from the forests, working with timber. So yeah, it'd be good to hear his goals. So I look forward to your video responses on that, guys. Anyway, I thought I'd bring a practical aspect into this video, which is, I thought I'd share with you something I make with the kids every year. I learnt to do this, make this when I was a kid, and it's a twig whistle. It's kind of a fun thing to do, and yeah, I thought it'd be a fun thing to share. So we'll go and do that now. Okay, so first of all you need the wood. You can either use hazel, willow, ash or sycamore. This is actually a piece of ash which I quite enjoy working with because it's quite easy to get the bark off. You want a nice straight piece which has got quite a wide gap between the buds because that's where you're working. So the first thing to do is to score it, and to do that you go about, I don't know, 3 inches down from the top and you just roll. Get a nice scored bit here. And the next stage is you have to put the blowhole where the air's going to come out. To do that, you go back about 1 inch from the top, you push down with the knife just enough to score the bark, and then you just go back and cut out a small piece, which is about there. So you end up with like a smiley face. Then the fun bit is you've got to get the bark off. To do that, you just need a stick. You can actually just bang this against a soft bit of wood, but it's easier with another stick. You're going to bruise the wood. Now this is the point where it quite often splits. Just keep bashing it. And then you can always test it to see if the bark's going to come off. So grip it hard and just twist. Oh, did you hear that click? That means that it's the bark's come off. And then all you do is you just pull the sleeve off slowly. So you have the sleeve and the stick. I'm going to put the sleeve in some water because it tends to shrink pretty quickly. And the next stage is you need to hollow out the wood. You go back to the little score that you put in earlier. And then what you want to do is push down and then start to cut back to it. So you want to keep working back to it. And just keep making the cut deeper, the stock cut. Okay, so you end up with something like that. So you cut below halfway on the stick. Final stage is to put a small slice, or take a slice off here so that when you blow the air goes in. Now to do that, again it's easier to use the log. You only want a small bit off. You can always adjust it, but don't take too much off. Okay, so something like that. Then finally, put the sleeve back on. Line up the hole, and then give it a blow. Let's just see. So there you have it, the twig whistle. As I said, it's a fun thing to do, and It's a good thing to teach the kids too. I suppose you could always make a survival whistle out of it too. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon. Okay, bye bye.